do it, so.
I was like, one time I said okay to closing for the first time in forever, and they're like, "Here's all closing shifts," and I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah, like, it doesn't help that we got this one guy that's, like, always late and, like, not doing his shift properly and shit,
Mhm.
so she's, like, trying to shift people around to make up for him.
Hey, Ezra. Also, hi, Avery.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, I think everyone's present.
Yep, I was melding my shit. That's why I said no.
Okay. You and Morgan good then?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's get it.
Welcome back to the group, Shaggy.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Not much really changed since you were gone, so...
Yeah, it's just one thing.
Now, there was one thing that changed, and that's the organization of the knockback.
What?
Oh, I don't think that would be
Oh,
hard for him to grasp, though. Basically how we're doing it for our group is knockbacks 1. Let's say our group is gonna get knocked to either A or B, based on whatever's lightning. And then Robbie's group is gonna get knocked to C. That makes sense?
Yeah.
That's literally
so,
the
like,
only
if
thing
this
that
is,
changed.
yeah. So if this is lightning, you're just getting knocked to A.
Oh, okay,
And
instead of the diamond.
no, vice versa. Yeah, instead of diagonal, you're just getting knocked across the cardinal. Just make sure that you're actually in the lightning tile so that you don't accidentally get, blown up.
Yeah, I got you. Is there any particular reason? Or we just have to let
No, it just makes things easier, and that way you don't actually have to worry about, like,
Overlap or people
overlapping.
dying to the thing in the center of
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just less chance of error.
yeah.
Also, the markers will look different because we opted to instead swap over to PF markers, so there is a difference between them and what we were using before.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But other than that, should be good.
Actually, Morgan, have you used these markers yet or no? Like,
We
I don't-
started using them, I think, and then we did the crutch
okay.
ones for a run, so.
Different set of markers
So you just
where
want-
they.
I was just asking just in case, because like, will we have to explain positioning for orbs at all? Just a
That never
chaining
changed.
marker. What?
That didn't really change.
Okay.
Yeah,
The,
positions are the same.
the only
Alright.
problem would be is if he was identifying where he needed to go based on the marker. The markers are different.
I was not.
Okay, then
Thank you, Izzy.
you're good.
Big appreciated. Because I have to do this in order to actually get all of my pops super early. And before you set the 15-second notification at 14 seconds or something. Alright, these are going to be tank and healer tethers. Taking healer stacked within the hit points. Overtime. Avery ran into Sawfish, so Izzy's gonna die. Get ready to grab aggro.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
Sam.
never mind.
Oh,
You can do the
Cheese
tank
that?
quest through.
We take those.
Good to know.
Yeah, we have to do the tank busters legit though.
The problem is I use my provoke. That's the problem.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to shirk to me.
Problem solved. Oh.
We
Problem
tested your
solved.
skills.
My mid got scuffed.
Player skill level.
It worked.
We did it.
Ooh.
So just for reference, Shaggy would get knocked into B if it was the knockback.
Learn
On the
spread.
wall and spread. Alright. This is gonna be knockback. The cape is flowing. Back. Alright, into your groups.
You got the raise.
Yeah.
Nice. It still counted your body.
Excellent.
And hold this live.
Okay. Electric safe.
Yep. Done.
Thanks, Simulator, for appreciation.
Perfect.
And me.
Morgan with me.
Thunder. Good shit. Bring on.
40.
Yeah. Alright. Blood rage. Next up is going to be towers and tethers. Whoever the towers are, stack up directly behind the boss so that the tether people can grab them immediately. Tanks and healers stack up behind the boss. DPS grab the tethers. Excellent. DPS are going to be the second set of tethers. Blood rage. Remember, whoever is this set of towers does not want the code. DPS, these are your towers. And then stack up immediately behind the boss. Tanks and healers spread out. Stack within the boss's hitbox, DPS. Alright. Tanks and healers grab the COVID off of them. And then tanks and healers stack behind so that they can grab feathers. Excellent. Perfectly done.
Battle here.
Sounds good. Tank buster.
Need cover.
Alright. Now it's just first phase, but again. Alright. This is going to be knockback. Knockback into stacks.
Make sure to
It
knock.
was going to be.
That's going to be Alright, get to the wall. And this is the weapon.
I didn't know.
Out sword.
Oh shit! Right. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna die here. Thank you.
We got everyone top dog when I'm in here. Of
Thanks
course,
for that
I
tip.
didn't live.
Rocky gets switched up.
Melee LD3, by the way. Yep, just behind on damage.
We functionally had a right-wide damage down. There were a lot of people who were standing inside the poison who got damage down because they were in there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people got hit with the sword sweep. The sword sweep.
Yeah, I got disoriented on what direction.
Yeah. That being said, though,
1 minute. Yeah, fix some shit. I got way too much shit.
That's fair.
I mean, that being said, though, like that was really good first
Also,
pull.
is everyone plotting too? Because that could also
I
factor
didn't
into it.
expect and reach first pulse and
Hang on, is it Morgan ready?
No,
Cancel that.
yeah, I was changing my UI. I was like, move my stuff around. Like it wasn't too bad. I was definitely missing a bit of damage, but like, I had this thing that shows you like all the buffs. I'm like, oh, this way I can align my buffs better. But no, it shows like 50 billion people's buffs, and I'm like, holy shit.
Also, you are Pokeballing at the moment.
Yeah, it's my one of my screens. It'll fix it in a second.
Okay.
at least the queues aren't bad if you have to relog.
Oh no, my Final Fantasy.
Alrighty. You're still here.
Yeah, it says you're still here.
No,
No, it's
there's your
not.
Pokeball.
There's my.
It came back. It said, wait a second.
Just had to boop him real quick.
Yeah. I booped his character out of existence.
Yep.
It's when did you get the Infinity to drop that?
You know,
My character consumed too many ellipses.
I found it within my Mount Farms. I said, I'll take this too.
Understand.
It could come in handy.
Wait, this is back into the red don't fully, or like into the red if I don't fully DC.
Yeah, you'll come back in. You're already fully DC, by the way, so you're good to log in whenever.
Okay, it's just a 30-person queue.
Oh yeah, that's good enough.
No way, I was like, oh, it'll show, like it'll show like the Dragoon boss and stuff, and like, for like other people, like Trick Attack or whatever, like for other groups. But no, it shows like Red 3S category.
Interesting. Did you get like 20 million copies of like Mage's Ballad? Like everybody, oh hey, everybody has Mage's Ballad on.
I wasn't sure. I just saw this fat stack of bugs, and they all have like yellow borders too, and I'm just like, oh my god, that is the most obnoxious thing.
Oh well.
Okay, let me turn that off. Just like, wow, that's flat.
Damn.
And then let me put my, just move some stuff around real quick. I put my song gauge back to the default one to make it line up. But I was so used to seeing the default one, I was just like, are my songs still active? I had to like keep line.
Uh,
Yeah, don't mind me. Just fucking around with this thing.
understandable.
So is that why our damage was down? Because Shaggy had all those weird ass things on?
Oh yeah, I was definitely contributing. I was definitely part of the problem.
We forgive.
It's you can't have you can't have progress without a few sacrifices.
True. That being said though, we're definitely getting this today. That was a really good first run.
I wonder who had that chest, by the way, when we came in. He looks at Marabi. Did you get any more loot this week?
Oh, I didn't bother to get it. Like, I didn't go back and get it. Actually, wait, did I?
Yeah, that's what the chest was.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I totally did.
Someone's there. Sure as hell wasn't me.
Yeah, it shows you how much I was paying attention.
I only remember because I was there when you got it, because you were in here streaming it.
Fair.
Marabi just autopilots clearing savages and shit.
Basically.
It's just like, I don't even remember clearing it, but yeah, I cleared this week.
Yeah, it's like, did I clear this week? I have no idea. I had to scroll up to see the how many chests. 7 out of 8 party members are eligible, so that was probably me.
I was like, oh, 1 or 2. Looks like Marabi cleared.
Yeah, I cleared on Tuesday, I think it was, like right after raid. Just because I was like, yeah, there's no way we're actually going to get like close to clearing phase 2 this week. So I'm just like, let's just see if I can't get the chest piece. Get the
I'm
chest piece.
curious how long Act 2 is gonna hold us up.
Alright, my ship's relatively check this out.
I hope Act 2 won't hold us up too badly, but Act 2 is tough though. So like, don't worry if it does. It holds everything. That's the majority of the prog points in PF.
2 is AIDS. Alright, let's go.
Let's
Let's go
get
see
it.
Act 2.
Yeah, let's get to Act 2 prog today. Smile.
Right. No more water bottles, guys. Time to bring out the actual drugs.
Act 2 is just...
You'll see what I mean. You'll see what we mean when we get there. Don't worry about it just yet.
Yeah, at least, you know, tethers don't give you PTSD. I was stuck on Hydra for so long. So I stopped raiding.
Alright, Izzy.
For me, it was light rampant.
Well, I mean, that was coils. That was a long time ago. My static was stuck on Hydra for 6 months. Only 6
boy.
months.
Only 6 months.
Yeah, only 6.
Only 6 months.
Reminds me of that one group Izzy was in.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, but they were on Annihilation Prog for like forever. Also, there's the DPS tethers. DPS can stack up in the hitbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. You know, I'm not even gonna really question it that much. It worked.
It works, so
It was sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, we might have to talk about spots for that specifically.
No, I usually go man.
We found a way.
Okay.
And that won't be too bad. I can run.
Well, the problem is that the tether was like really close to like clipping the tanks and healers group.
If we had like moved over slightly, we probably would have jacked it.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's not your distance; it's the how close it is to the other group. That's what tether.
Does it like tab on it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it does. Like how?
Like, if I had inched over slightly, it probably would have grabbed on.
Yeah.
They're pretty finicky.
not bad.
Not bad.
And spread. So, looking middle, I will always go to the left.
Okay. I tried moving.
Here,
out.
we should
Sorry.
set that. Because, yeah. Bad times.
Well, I was testing out my ability to sprint across the battlefield to get to the opposite side, and then get ready for Cape Stag. So let's do it. What I'm just gonna do is, if it's lightning second, I'm just popping sprint. I don't care where it's at.
Fair.
Usually when I go right, there's a ton of people there, so I just went left. But it looks like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah, I'm always going left.
Yeah,
for the
my
record.
bad on that. I was trying to adjust to you, but it didn't work in time.
For the record, where are you going, Shaggy?
I'm going to bottom center.
Okay. So him and me are always opposite.
Which
I'm
side
quick.
would you prefer, Soffish? I just need to know if I'm getting knocked back left or right, so we don't have three people get knocked in the same
Yeah,
spot.
I'm trying to think. So we have Morgan going bottom right, correct? And then
I can go whichever.
okay, no, I'm just asking so that way like I know
Yeah.
what's open right now.
Oh, okay.
As long as we have two people getting pushed back into the ranged areas, you're gonna be fine. The
Okay.
issue is spreading with three. There's not enough time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you said, Kelsey, you said you were taking what? Sorry, usually.
Just giving you preference.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll just do bottom left, I guess.
Well, that's where I am.
Oh,
Just get knocked back left and try not to adjust into anything. You'll
Yeah.
all get knocked back right.
okay.
Like,
sounds
remember,
was
I got
opposite.
knocked back left, like, deep into this corner.
Okay.
Each and every time, so...
All right.
We just can't have three people getting knocked in the same square, so I'll go right every time.
Alright.
We good?
All right. Just check your food if you need to.
Thanks for that 15-second opening. Once again. That is actually nice. Now I can actually, like, you know, get a good opener.
But it could simply be resolved by just setting it to 20.
No.
Yes.
I mean, that 5 seconds
could.
is a long time.
These are going to be tank and healer feathers. Tank and healers stack up in the hit bullets. Hallowed Brown. So nice. Don't gotta do shit.
I think that cover tech we got is pretty good too.
Oh, 100%. Wall and stacks. Remember not to be in the fire puddle because that will kill you each time. Stay here.
It's North Cape.
Knockback. Oh, okay. Tough knockback a little quickly. Spread. Don't be in the poison.
Yeah, my Benny hit you. Oh, you were in poison. Fuck me.
You want to
Okay.
reset it up?
Yeah, I can't res everybody.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah. I pressed my surecast a little bit too late.
So
Yeah, that really was just middle of the gas line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the last long enough, I always.
I should have gap closed the boss to cancel the knockback. Oh well.
Sadly, I can't do that with the quick dash because the timing is just wrong. Otherwise, I
Well,
would.
yours is also a GCD.
Yeah.
imagine a GCD gap close.
Last
Imagine a
thing.
healer gap close.
Next
Yeah, that would be
expansion.
funny, huh?
Hmm.
Would be. They better do something with White Mage. It's like
Yeah,
so long.
fully. That is all.
It's not even that. I've got this useless ass skill called Aquavale that like there's absolutely no need for.
What are you supposed to do with it?
Throw it out.
Don't you
Wow.
love the new Thin Air?
Thin
Also
Air
DPS others.
Like
Okay.
Molly.
And DPS everything. So DPS can stack middle within the hitbox as it is with others.
And I will be moving my tether in a second. The searching cast.
I'm just using less mid there. Just to save it. Yeah, basically.
There's a Bob who need more mid. I'm basically just sitting on my reprisal still. I still haven't used it.
I mean, I guess that right by it's decent.
Well, Izzy used her reprisal there though. Like
Oh,
that's
no.
her reprisal. I'm just like,
Guess maybe the blood rage.
Could work
Count
there.
back.
Back. Spread. Well,
You were adjacent to the boss. That's where the melee's gonna go.
yeah, but I thought I was getting on that left.
Yeah, you were, but you weren't going back very far though.
Okay.
Let's reset it.
Alright.
I mean, I figured we were, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make it a point.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the intent. The range need to just leave. That's the intent.
The range need to fuck off. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah. Because
My
like if the
apologies.
boss is right here, you need to be going like over here to get knocked back. Because I'll be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get knocked back, just haul ass.
Well, you can just aim to get knocked back towards the wall.
Yeah, that's the thing. I get scared that I'm gonna get knocked back into the death wall.
if you're in the dark center, I mean, well,
Yeah. If you're in the direct center, it doesn't knock you back when you're really far enough.
Like a good couple steps out.
Yeah. Well, if you see where I'm standing to get knocked back, I stand like literally right next to the center of the square, and I still don't hit the death wall. Tank keyword tethers. And tank healer set within the hitbox. because I don't need to shield this. It hurts.
See, there was a reprisal on it already.
Yeah.
So we have so much time to heal up after.
Yeah, so like getting low there is not even a concern.
I actually really don't touch anything until my ass size comes up here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I just throw the regen on us because there's nothing else to do. It's free. So I may as well.
Chilling.
On the wall. And light parties. Light parties. Izzy, you were too close. Stay on knockback. Knockback.
I can't hit Izzy from here. I'm trying. Holy fucking Benny.
Almost.
I gotta heal you up. I can do it though.
I'm trying to recenter with the last moments. Okay,
I got you. I told you I got you. Thunder safe.
We're good. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm sorry which one it was.
reconditioning.
Feels bad.
Thunder. Tower time. Alright. Tanks and healers on towers. DPS with the feathers. Blood rage. Alright. So DPS are getting the towers again. DPS get the towers, and then stack up within the boss's hitbox. Tanks and healers spread apart. DPS stack within boss's hitbox.
I got it.
Perfect. Excellent. Just like that.
Guy, I swear. Just
He says no. Alright, cover time. I can heal us up, by the way. I've got laser in now.
Okay. Most people are in the bubble anyways, so.
Pots are up, by the way.
Knockback in the stacks. up. So this is on the wall. Goes to C. Southerly check. Sword as well.
Wrong way, so most of us are about to get hit.
Spread.
Appreciate the rescue.
Oh, Avery!
I tried to save people, nothing.
Avery ran at me, but still had to go out.
Ooh. Badge. Forgot about the spread.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was trying to save people with the spread. I thought if I LB'd in time, it would top everyone off at the start.
Yeah.
I think that part worked as intended. So if you look at that.
We're getting good at the towers and the COVID. Like, that's not a problem. It's just square prog.
Always score prog.
Yep.
I just got kind of bad. Oh well.
First one. These are going to be DPS tethers. Jenkin healers stack up, max meal.
Fishing cap.
What this fucker got. This is on the wall. And spread. Getting knocked north, Cape. Like,
I guess I hit that early. Okay, you guys will be fine probably. On healers, right?
well, because he was
RNG's
dead.
into it.
Yeah,
If RG's into 1-on-1, then we die.
basically.
Yes, I hit my knockback seconds early. Sorry.
Oh.
It literally like wore up as he hit me, so it sucks.
DPS tethers. Tank and healer stack maximum. Excellent. Knockback. And the light parties. We're missing Izzy and Sawfish in the other group.
To be fair though, I don't think Izzy ever stacks with us.
I know, I was like a second too late.
After Izzy said it was too far, she hasn't been stacking with us. So, I don't know. If you guys want us to change it, we can.
Technically, it is survivable with 3.
I mean, it is, but if we fuck up, then it's not.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. So, I don't know. Up to you guys. I don't mind either way.
Well, let's just keep doing it like this, I guess, then. And I wish I could go over to that group for melee, or for range, but...
I mean, that's just... I'm pretty sure the way Party Finder does it and stuff, but... EPS stack up next. On the wall and light parties.
knockback.
It's sword.
This is a spread.
Solid time.
Live.
Water stare?
Yeah.
I got him.
Yeah, tell me I was dodging heal with that.
No, you weren't. Fits range curse.
Imagine having access to such magic yet relying on physics to carry an arrow for you.
True.
Arrows are probably
I mean, why don't you shoot it out of your finger like a mage? Why do you need the bow?
give me a few more days to figure out how to mod. I'm getting.
You could have that mod turned on you linked in the chat yesterday.
What the time more?
Yeah.
Water.
Couldn't see what we were doing. How does one unlock the power?
Alright. Whoever is in the towers, make sure to stand behind the boss. DPS, so we can pick up the tethers. Oh, yeah, I need to go this way.
I got it.
So this is going to be tank and healer tethers.
Where's that?
Mud Rage. Whoever is in the towers does not want the COVID. DPS, get into the towers, and then stack up behind the boss max melee. Or towards the middle, I guess. Perfect. Tank Buster is next. Cover Buster.
I mean, if you think about it, it's just a really lazy way to do it legit.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, we do. Phoenix. This is knockback. And spread. West. Kick, so knockback. And light parties.
Oh, fuck me. I thought I popped it too fucking early.
I'll try and do what I can.
Heal it up, please.
We're kind of fucked already.
Sorry, that was my fault. It's not like we too fucking early. Battlefield right now, it's gonna help.
I already burned all my mint. There's not much I can really do.
Yep.
It seems like we have to do it that this long, otherwise we're not doing checks.
What?
Said it seems like we have to do a deathless run, otherwise we might not do the checks.
Well, it's more that we just can't just get party wiped there, like.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, because we keep dying on squares too. No matter what happens, like, people just don't do it right.
I don't know what the deal is with squares 2 is exactly the same as squares 1.
In my case, I literally just popped knockback way too fucking early.
Well, remember that if you pop knockback early, you can still get shot across the arena and survive.
Wasn't standing directly in front of it too, that was the other problem, so it shot me into the wall instead.
Hang on. Okay, yeah, as we I didn't see the Aspen ready.
Well, he didn't say ready, he said R. So if you were doing a control F in your AI mind, it would have missed it.
Sorry, I don't belong to the metaverse yet.
What do you mean yet? They had a massive stock loss just recently.
You think that's gonna stop them?
Well, it's not gonna stop them, it'll certainly slow them down.
Thank you, Lieutenant. DPS can stack up next melee. Knockback. And the lights like that.
On a B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Back to A.
Sword.
On the wall. Sword. This is the shred.
Live.
Cluster.
Fire safe.
I can type it if you want. No, it's not really. And also,
Okay.
text you.
Okay.
Yeah, Izzy, I think the only problem you're having trouble getting to a group is because you're getting knocked back directly with the boss. I mean, as long as the rest of the group's doing it okay, though, we should be alright with our unit.
Yeah.
But I can see why you're having trouble getting over there, because you're getting knocked back directly north, or south, or whatever.
Fire. North he goes.
The different emojis.
Yeah. The tank hero towers, DPS tethers. DPS are going to get the next set of tethers.
I love that you see me that.
Tank healer towers. So tanks and healers are going to be stacking max melee. DPS make sure to spread out.
So I'll just get out of the way from there.
Sorry.
Okay. Maybe just didn't have any room to do her combo.
Oh, sorry, Avery.
Red whited. He says no.
Fine, move, please.
There you go, that's the magic word.
Jurassic Park? Like... you didn't see much.
It really sucks that I basically have to accept unmet on those, otherwise you will not move the full distance.
Yeah. This is going to be knockback into spread. Knockback spread.
Avery wasn't quite in her spread spot, so I got clipped by it. So, just so you know,
Everyone understanding the fire set?
I'm gonna try to get you top
Izzy,
off
stay
this
here,
time.
stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. We're dead.
Fuck me. God damn. Can you top me off?
Doing what I can.
if you're a
Holy
TBN owner.
fuck. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That was spicy. I mean, we're not gonna make it, but shit.
Yeah, we aren't making it anymore.
Yeah, I had burned my pot, and I was right about to summon Shadow Man when I died, so, I was
So,
like...
I will say, Sawfish, I noticed that you're going to a different spot each and every time for the spread.
For the spread? Yeah, but I was supposed to go...
Knockback spread.
Yeah, because I was supposed to go to the left side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's what I was doing, wasn't I? I was going to the left tile.
Yeah, you're going to the left tile, but you're going like here.
Yeah,
Really-
because
pretty close to the
yeah,
melee.
'cause there's times where I didn't get knocked back the right way, so I was just trying to adjust and make sure that I did.
Yeah.
And in those instances, like I'm trying to go over here, it's just it's still not like sorry.
Yeah, because I noticed that sometimes you get knocked back there, sometimes you get knocked back over
like,
here, sometimes you're
I'm
like...
still trying to like figure that part out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so try to just be consistent and get knocked back to the same spot.
Yeah. Gonna take a few tries though. I'm working on it.
Try to picture the line between you and the boss.
Also kills. Nice shield.
Oh yeah. Almost all my HP.
I still love that sound effect of just a me getting everything. DPS tether. That's like the most satisfying sound on stage. Tanks and melee, and you go next melee. Or not tanks and melee. Word's hard.
You're
The green and
trying.
blue- the green and blue people can go semi-far.
Yeah, that's fine. Especially since you're casting right there. We kind of know that you,
Yeah. I just figure I say it.
yeah.
It's very
Information that we
Half.
It's information that we cannot and also don't act upon because we don't move.
Yeah. We just accept our death if it comes to us.
You embrace the Calvin tank philosophy. If you die, that's just the state of how things are.
It's just a trust fall where your partner lets you fall.
And if you fall, they're the one who has to pay for it.
You didn't sign a waiver.
True. On the wall. And light purpose.
What the oh my god, I'm...
On the wall, not in the wall.
I can see how that could be.
No,
Was it no?
sorry guys.
It's not that way, but yeah. I'm just yeah. I accept my death.
Spread. Not in poison.
I don't know. It's a test. It's just for real
Yeah,
though.
we're pretty fucked though. Let's reset it. We're
Yeah,
kinda fucked.
I'm not even gonna try. Fuck this shit.
Bonk,
I'm actually a little mad at myself over that.
bonk. Hey, it does 492,000. You could probably survive with a couple of those cooldowns.
Alright. Get your food.
Yeah, just blame Robbie for imprecise word. Should have said next.
No. No, he did say next to the wall. I just took an
He
extra
said
step.
on the wall.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
like,
Hold on,
it's
see,
right
that could be
here,
misconstrued.
and then like I took like 2 extra steps back when I didn't need to.
I don't know. I don't know if on the wall that would hold up very
Yes, I know I'm scuffing away. I know.
Ooh. Crit shield time.
close. Well, on the wall is shield.
What do you mean I don't inch?
Haha.
Are you tanking the boss?
Loser.
I mean, I could be. I have to.
Will the shield break to the rate, right? DPS tethers.
Yep.
That's the other condition, is whether or not the shield will actually break. Because if it doesn't, that defeats literally the whole purpose. Tanks and healers, stack max melee.
It's like a botch in the middle. I keep saying clan.
I completely forgot about that.
Hibachi.
We were like right before this.
Is that the sequel to Jumanji? No. Sounded better in my head. Never mind.
I never watched your one.
Okay,
The
you
remakes
should
are
watch
alright.
that. What do you mean? But watch the original.
They did make a new one. It has the rock and stuff in it.
Actually, not that bad.
I didn't see the remake, I will say.
They didn't make a remake of
funny.
Sakura,
Alright.
unfortunately.
You know, I love Sakura.
Thunder.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Need to be
And then
reset.
Light Parties.
Wait, shit. I had a mistrigger in my head because my TBN broke, but it broke the auto attacks, not the
Is
lightning.
his sword? Knockback.
Oh no.
Okay, so good to know for everyone who, I guess, chooses to revive. The knockback goes through it.
Yeah, it does.
So,
And we can't do this Tank Buster.
Yeah, let's reset it.
yeah, that was on me because normally when the lightning goes off, my TBN pops, but it completely slipped my mind that he is taking the time to auto attack me. So I moved too soon.
That reminds me of that one time in TJ, man. I had some skill cooldown trigger, like, oh, it must be done. Just walk through it right
Exactly. That's exactly the kind of shit that happened. It was just not being used to my TBN breaking there. I must have popped just slightly sooner than usual.
We're getting too optimal. Or rather, our mental system is getting too.
Possibly.
Part of the fight is just getting too boring, personally.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Dang it, I can't interject that, guys.
Damn. Well, it's always good to test.
I stun him out of it. No,
So
you
these are
stun him.
TPS tethers.
Yep.
Tanks and healers, max melee. Dang it, the shield wears off right before the tethers drop. Something like that.
You lose stacks for that?
No, not at all. It's just more damage that you guys take. Like, for me, yeah, for me it's like, that's unfortunate. But like, it doesn't really change anything, really. Plus, I'm already at max stacks anyway, so it's not like it really matters. Ball. Stacks.
Liking this pattern a lot today.
Fine with it. I like this pattern too. Stay where we're at. This is the kick. Knockback. This is spread.
You're fine. Why'd you move?
Just don't stand in
Sorry.
the poison. Don't stand in the center of the.
Yep. Sorry.
You literally almost just killed yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I saw Morgan go by and I was like, oh fuck. And so that's why I got scared for a second.
Oh, that's still intense.
Poison.
Okay.
Oxen. Sludge. Gatorade.
Poison. Dead. Remember, don't immediately go for the towers. Take some healer tethers. Tank and healer towers, and then we're immediately going to group up within his hitbox. DPS, make sure you're spread. Yep. Alright, COVID time. Perfect. Raid wide, and then he's going to do the cover buster. Last one. Excellent.
That means we're behind on DPS.
And we're not actually. We're on track.
No, we're behind.
Keep it up.
So it's going to be knockback and the targets. Make sure you're on the wall. Go west to where we were. And this is sword. Spread out.
There's other people.
You're home. LB.
Yep, good. Melee LB whenever we can.
Come on, LB, please.
Alright, phase 2.
Let's fucking go.
Fucking finally.
Alright. So we'll go until the end of the lockout because, you know, phase 2.
Oh, we have to get back here after break.
Yeah. But we'll go to the end of this lockout because obvious reasons. Obvious.
There's no obvious reasons here.
Okay.
At least this transformation is pretty badass.
I didn't expect us to get here because I thought we wouldn't have to do more effort for it. So I didn't really do that too much, admittedly.
We said it. That's the raid wide, by the way.
Yeah, he looks like a Digimon.
So let me flap these out.
Time do we have? We got 50 minutes.
Yeah, so who wants the boss first?
So I guess the real question is, when is the first tank swap? Or no, there is no tank swap?
There is no tank swap in this at all.
I guess I'll take the boss.
Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do is, so you remember the meteor positions from E9?
Vaguely, yeah.
That's
Where
the
is-
first mechanic.
Really? Okay.
That's Act 1.
Are we gonna do meteor buddies exactly the same? Like, me and
No.
another melee, or
Yeah, so basically if you're on the outside,
how did?
you got the wall. So like melee's on the inside, ranged on the outside. Tanks and healers can be north, DPS south. You know, simplification.
Yes. I guess I'll go over here with Avery then.
Yeah, so this will be our setup for the for Act 1. This is the tower that you're responsible for. So the way Act 1 works is that he's going to tether, like whatever he tethers to is going to be the mechanics that happen in order. There's going to be 2 big AoEs, then the towers all resolve, then 2 more big AoEs. Basically what it comes down to is he's going to tether to 2 of those AoEs, either north-south, east and west. They're going to detonate. Then we move from our safe spots, either north, south, east, or west, you know, opposite whichever's detonating, into the towers, and then move into the other safe spot. Act 1 is actually kind of simple once you get used to it. It's like, you'll see what I mean.
Okay, so the timeline is 2 of the like north and west, like one of the cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Well, like having the 2 big groups. So we're on the 90-degree one. Then
Yeah.
we just rotate into whichever one we're responsible for, which are all kind of on the inside.
Towers.
Then we
Yeah.
go into then we just rotate another like 45.
Yep, basically. So like all the, like let's say north and south are safe. All the tanks and healers will be going north, all the DPS will be going south because it's the closest to their towers. They rotate into their towers, they detonate, you rotate, you know, to the other side of the cardinals. That's it. That's literally Act 1. Act 1 is very simple. Act 1 is like pretty no-brainer.
Yeah, when we did the setup with all the AoEs, I'm like, oh, this looks like a bit of a cluster.
Yeah.
And I was
Act
like,
1, like, let me put it this way. All of the mechanics look like a clusterfuck. They're actually a lot simpler than they look.
Oh, there.
But it's because he puts everything out at once that it looks like a clusterfuck. And then he tethers to what, like, to them in order, showing, like, the detonation, which is actually resolving first.
Nice. It has a school full of hammer.
Also, by the way, the tank buster is either near sight or far sight. It's either going to target the 2 nearest people or the 2 farthest people. So the tanks can just stay, so whatever respective side you had for Act 1, either inside of the hitbox or outside of the hitbox, that's the side you can be on. So like, I think Calvin was on the right and Izzy was on the left. So you'll just basically be in those positions each time. And the rest of the party, obviously, if it's near sight, the tanks need to be within the hitbox and everybody else stay at max melee. For obvious reasons. And vice versa. If it's far sight, 2 tanks are at max melee and the rest of the party is in its hitbox.
Basically, far tanks are out, near tanks are in.
Yeah.
Tanks are tanks.
Yeah, it shows what he's targeting. Like, the tank buster is pretty simple. So, I'm gonna do one of these. Also, he casts raid wides pretty frequently, so just, you know. Yeah.
Alright, so just to recap, towers spawn up, their safe spots.
Yes.
DPS go to whatever southern half is like in the part in the southern half is safe. Then after the AoEs go out, go to our towers, resolve our towers. Correct?
Yeah. It'll be first set of AoEs towers, second set of AoEs.
Okay.
That's all.
Just
Also,
to confirm, we're doing clockwise tower.
It depends on whichever is closest to you. Basically, the hardest, you are always going to the same tower. But
Yeah.
whichever is north, you know, whichever safe spots there are, north or south or east or west, get whatever is closest to your tower.
Actively choose the safe spot that's adjacent to your tower.
Yeah, think like Doggo in the orbs. Like where you kind of had to go to that one safe spot that was closest to where the orb was going to rain down from.
Well, no, I know how to do the mechanic. I'm just confirming I'm doing it the way that I had done it when I was in here last. So basically, if I was taking the tower that was A and then moving clockwise into it, I would do B and then move clockwise into that tower.
No, you're going to the exact same tower, so you're always going to be the northeast tower. So this tower right here, you're moving to that tower every single time.
Right, and then I'm always going into the B tower, right?
What?
What?
Basically,
The safe
there's
spot can either be north or south or east or west.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You go safe spot, tower, safe spot.
Yeah, you only get one tower.
So basically, like, if it's north, south, safe, you go
maybe I'm
north.
explaining the way I'm asking the question. So if the safe spots are east and west, my tower is going to be this one.
No, you're always going to A.
tower.
Why?
Then you're always going to the same spot every time. That's why.
Yeah.
That seems like more movement, but okay.
It's the same amount of movement.
I don't know, the way I was doing it was easier because I just had to go behind this square and I'd always just move into my tower kind of thing. But I guess I can always go to the same one.
Well, basically, the only thing that really changes is that, like, if it's north-south safe, you're moving clockwise into your tower. If it's east-west safe, you're moving counterclockwise into your tower. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that's
Yeah,
different.
your movement direction shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I have this one, then it doesn't
Yeah.
start here and rotate in.
Yeah, so instead of having people confused on remembering which tower they are, if, like, you know, we have to shift it 90 degrees, it's just easier to have static towers. No need to overcomplicate it, in my opinion. It's like, eh.
That's easier for people, sure.
Yeah. Good to go?
Check, because last time we weren't all on yes.
Okay, let's do it.
And then started. Look at that, you actually get a normal 15-second fill your screen.
Damn. Where's the sound effect, though?
Oh no, 1 whole second longer.
So he's going to start with a raid wide.
And he's gonna start with several auto attacks right to my face.
That is also true.
You guys don't have to move anywhere yet.
Raid wide.
Stay in the middle for the raid web.
Alright. So north and south are his first safe spots. So wait for it to detonate, then move into your tower.
Tower. Oh fuck. It's literally okay. Just go far
Yeah. And then it'll do the tank buster. So since it's near sight, both Izzy and Calvin will go under the boss with the party at max melee. And then Act 2.
Positioning. To north, yeah. You're gonna have to be using that like every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what,
Yeah, that's
like I
pretty
said,
easy.
Act 1 is actually pretty easy. Like, Act 1 is pretty simple. That's literally it. That's Act 1.
I overestimated the size of the AoEs. That's my fault. Alright, I'll go a little farther back in this one.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're at least max melee.
Alright. No problem.
You can actually see, like, the sizes of the AoEs when he does the placements at the very start.
Oh, okay. No problem.
So if you want to see how far back you have to go, it'll show you.
The way you determine the safe spots if you want to visualize it for yourself is that he tethers the one that's going to explode first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Big shield.
It didn't pop. Sorry. No, I'm apologizing to Robbie. You didn't get his shit.
Did he get it too hard?
Too hard. Too big of a shield.
Yeah.
Damn, unlucky. Actually, no, I got it.
You got it,
I have
though?
3 proc. Yeah, I got 3 proc. Alright. East and west are safe spots.
Oh, gotta go east. Huh? Or do they go to the left?
Towers.
You just want to be as close to your static tower as you can be.
So, Sawfish's tower got missed. For the
Yeah,
record.
I went to the wrong spot. That was my fault.
Far side. So by the way, it also the tank buster clues. I don't know if that was obvious.
No, it was intentional. We wanted to kill ourselves.
I figured about as much, but like,
What tower are you, Sawfish?
No, I was yeah, right over
southeast.
Yeah,
okay,
I just
so you're always going to want to go either south or east for the safe spot.
Okay, yeah, that's my.
So if
thing.
Maravi calls out east-west is safe, you're going to want to go east because that's the closest to your tower.
Okay. Yeah. Again, my apologies.
No, I'm
went
just
to the-
explaining it.
Yep. No problem.
Also, for the record, Kels, when it comes to the shield, the
Aye.
if the extra crit shield doesn't pop, that doesn't matter. It's just the base shield.
Okay, makes sense.
That's the important part.
Alright, well your extra crit shield did not pop. It was too thick.
The dummy thick.
Oh yeah, these shields are dummy thick.
Look at them. Dummy thick shield. Oh, I got baby shield. Not fair. So did he.
Probably kept keeping all the thick ones to himself.
Hey, I gave one to Calvin.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
You're supposed to share with the class.
Hell no.
Yeah, I like this fire stop doing it for the first like 20 seconds.
Yeah, so you can see the size of the AoEs.
If you want to get indicated from max melee, the gem that I'm standing on is safe. And is max melee.
Probably more than 20 seconds.
More south of shield.
Yep.
Oh,
Our
Side
side.
side. Party get under. Izzy and Calvin are out. Alright.
what's up? There's a second.
I watched the video for this, or I watched part of it,
This is where our prog point is going to be for today. I guarantee it.
So this is Act 2.
Yeah, this is the hardest mechanic in the fight. By the way, that's a double tank buster. You can
but...
Well, there
I
wasn't,
know we're
there
supposed
wasn't
to
an
attack.
indicator, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So north and south are safe first.
The fuck is this?
Exactly. This is why we're fucked.
I
Dark design. Okay. Towers go boom. And towers go boom. It's actually
Probably.
way simpler, for the record.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think it's that complicated.
So that's what. So earlier, that's what you meant by. I was not expecting a second explosion after the towers.
Demigod, I think it happens twice. Maybe once. I'm not 100%.
I honestly don't remember because as a non-tank, that is not my problem. That is the one that we will involve though. Involved there, just because, you know, TBN, free Benny, all that.
What? I have to Benny? Make me work.
By the way, if you guys want a toolbox, remember the Morale did paste something. That's
Yeah, and that's what we'll be using for Act 2, is specifically this strategy. So there's only one difference, and that is in Slide 4. We're going to have both tanks on the same side. That way the stacks are 3 and 3, and we don't have to give extra mit to that DPS.
So, for the record, we're basically doing sort of the same tower groups, right? For Act 2. So, like, for example, in this diagram, I'd be over on 3, and then every would be on C, or am I...
So the DPS groups are always going to be the same. It's
Okay.
the only difference is going to be the tank, specifically.
Okay.
So what is going to happen is that he's going to tether to 2 of those AoEs and 2 towers, and then he's going to tether to the other 2 AoEs and the other 2 towers. So either north and south are safe, or east and west. So we may have to rotate the way we're doing things by 90 degrees. So the first group is going to be on 1 and 2, and the second group is going to be 3 and 4. So if north and south is safe, then when you rotate over to east and west, like the group that's going to south is going to be going west to 4, and the group that's going north is going to be going east. So DPS will always be either going south or west at the very start.
All right.
So when it comes to the very first step is going to be AoEs placed directly underneath everybody. What's going to happen is that we can place those like on the edge of the boss's hitbox because we're going to be headed out anyways to pop tethers and all that. So there's no need to like have extra movement if you don't need it.
And don't
Fine.
head out early because there's gonna be a person out here dropping something on one of these markers as well.
Technically speaking, the tanks and the healers that are going to be breaking the so there's a purple tether. A healer will get a purple buff above, or a purple like image above their head. That means that they're going to emit a raid wide with a magic bolt. That needs to pop first. So that tether is going, or that healer is going to be tethered with a tank with no debuff. That needs to pop for the very first. That's the very first thing that needs to pop. And in slide 2, that's the healer and the tank. So what's going to happen is that the healer that has that purple above their head is going to either be going to 1 or 2, and it'll be slightly over to the side. So here, let me delete some markers so that I can show you. So like if you're the healer that's going to be going on 1, you'll be dropping it up on 3 or 4.
Wait,
Just
what?
so that-
Why are we doing it that way?
Because that way it's completely out of the way. And you don't run into it.
Oh, that's highly annoying, but okay. I
It's
learned
so
what's
that you don't
completely
clip-
different.
Yeah, it's so that you don't clip the DPS.
No.
Because you will clip DPS if you place it where they need
To
to
do it right, if you literally place it right here and the DPS are under the boss, there's no chance of people getting clipped because the person with the dart, they stop here, it pops first, the AoE drops, and then they grab this tower, the tower goes off, they rotate into the safe spot, and then they rotate to the next tower. It's literally like a 1, 2, 3 movement for the dark person. Instead of having to go backwards, 'cause instead you're having them go here, then they're coming here, then they have to go back here, and then they have to run all the way back over there to grab the next tower.
Well, it's here, and then whichever tower they're going to be a part of.
I mean, that's a
the
lot
same
more
movement, it's just
convoluted.
out of the group. Well, it's so that the group doesn't run into the AoEs. Like, if you want, we can try it that way to see if people actually get hit with the AoEs. But that's the intention with this strat.
No, I see what you're
So-
saying. That's just more of a
So we'll try it that way at
run
first.
around.
So the healer that gets the purple debuff will either go to A or B, and the tank with no debuff will either go to D or C, and then wait for the tether to pop.
Okay, so I have a question about that then.
Yes.
So, is it always going to be the off tank that gets it, or could it also be the main tank that can get it?
It can also be the main tank. The boss does not move during this, by the way, so you don't have to worry about like dragging the boss anywhere.
Okay, that was my first concern.
Yeah,
Confirm we're having healers go north.
yeah. The healer with the black purple is either going north or east, either one or
Right.
two. And the tank with nothing is either going to 3 or 4. So if that's the case, then everybody else is going to stack dead center. The only person that should be going to 1 or 2 with the healer is going to be the tank with the red debuff, which is the fire above them, and they will sit on either A or B and wait for the tether to pop. And make sure to pop the cooldown because it's a stack marker designed for 3 people. But basically that just means that we don't have to actually have anybody stack with them, so they don't take any damage. Or so that nobody else will take damage. And what's going to happen is that everybody else is going to go to C. Or D, depending on the pattern. And that's basically, if you want to see what it looks like, it's on slide 3. And then on slide 4, everybody is going to rotate clockwise, except for 2 people. That's going to be the tank that's with the DPS group, and one of the DPS that has the fire tether. They're going to go counterclockwise one. And the only problem is that with the fire tether, we kind of have to do like a priority system, since 2 DPS can get, targeted with the fire tether. So I would say that melee should move over, simply because they don't have to worry about any cast times whatsoever. And that's also what this, the diagram that I have shows for on slide 4. So like if melee and range tether, the melee is going over. As in going counterclockwise. So Morgan, you're always going to be taking the first tower, whether it's on 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then you can stack with the group for the last fire stack. So this is a lot of information that's thrown at you, and this is the hardest mechanic in the fight.
Yeah.
I feel like the simplest way to explain this is, rather than trying to explain each step of it for every single role, the best way to do it would be to explain, like, if you are blank with blank, what does it look like running through it? So for example,
I see what you mean.
like, because what was going on with the explanation is you were explaining each step of the whole mechanic, but the problem is we were jumping around between roles so much, I'm very certain that all of the information got bundled together.
Okay, fair. So I'll just start with the healers, since Kels is the only other healer. Basically, the healer with the purple above their head is going to go to A to drop the AoE. Either A or B, depending on which orientation. And then they're going to soak the tower after the tether pops. So either 1 or 2. Then what's going to happen is that they're going to rotate clockwise and soak the tower in the next set. So if they're on 1, they're going to 2. If they are on 2, they're going to 3. That's the end of that.
We're still okay.
Yeah.
We could rotate counterclockwise for that, but
Well, we want to keep one healer on one. We want to keep one healer on each side, and it's the same distance either way. Because we're gonna have to go from a tower to a tower, and they're exactly 90 degrees apart, whichever way you slice it. The healer that has the fire or orange is going to stack up middle, wait for the AoEs to drop, then go to either C or D, and pop the tether and soak with the group. Then they're going to rotate clockwise and get the tower. So if they're on C, they're going to 4. If they're on D, they're going to 1. That's the healer's responsibility. So going to the tanks can either have the fire or nothing at all. If you have the fire, you stack middle, wait for the AoEs to appear, then you will either go to A or B, wait for the tether to explode, and you're going to be taking a 3-person stack by yourself. So you'll need a cooldown. And then what's going to happen is that you are going to rotate clockwise. So if you are on A, you're going to be rotating to B. If you're on B, you're rotating to C, and you're going to help stack with the DPS. If you're the tank that has nothing, you're going to be going and popping the dark tether immediately. So you're either going to go out to C or D, whichever is, the safe spot. You're going to wait for that tether to pop, then the AoEs are going to get placed. And then you're going to move out of the AoE and join the group. Either on C or D, and soak with everybody else. Then you're going to rotate counterclockwise and soak with that group. So if you're on C, you're going to be going to B. If you're on D, you're going to be going to C. Now for DPS, there's going to be, Morgan is the only person that has a slightly different job here. If you're a DPS, you're stacking middle and then going to either C or D.
Okay.
Morgan, you'll just be going to getting the tower from the middle. So either 3 or 4. You're just on the tower. So you don't get that first stack. And then the rest of the melee is going to be stacking, rotating clockwise. So let's say you're on C, you're going to be going to D. If you're on D, you're going to be going to A. And then you'll stack, except for one DPS with the orange tether. And they're going to be going counterclockwise. So they're going to be going from C to B, D to C. And that's going to be melee. So, Azrin, do you want to be the DPS? If you get it, you will always go counterclockwise? Or do you want that to be Avery? Actually, I should just say to both of you.
What do I do after I pop the tower? Do I just go to the next one? Do I just go forward?
Yeah, you'll just go to D, so you'll stack with the group. Because basically each of the letters is the stack point, and each of the numbers is the towers.
Okay,
So in my case, I just stack with the group, and then after that I go to
And
D
stack.
with the group after? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, you'll
Okay.
always rotate clockwise with the group.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty straightforward.
yeah. Orange Tender is completely random. It'll be between 2 DPS, so we just need a priority system. So Soffish will always be with the group because he's a caster.
Bless up.
So Soffish will always rotate clockwise. Azrin can always rotate counterclockwise. And then I would say that Avery is next in line. So if Avery and Soffish, get tethered, Avery's going to be rotating counterclockwise. If Avery and Shaggy get tethered, Avery's rotating counterclockwise because Shaggy's got to do the tower. Actually, you know what? It might be more simplistic since Shaggy is already on the tower that he just rotates counterclockwise each
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say, I should be higher than
Yeah.
but I can just
Yeah,
do them
you know what? Yeah, let's just make Shaggy always rotate counterclockwise each time.
all. Assuming I get it.
Yeah.
Still gets her up and down too.
Well, it's going to be,
That's how you do it.
yeah, either way, it's uptime. So, the order of priority is going to be Shaggy will always rotate counterclockwise. Soffish will always rotate clockwise. Azrin will rotate clockwise or counterclockwise unless paired with Morgan, and Avery will rotate clockwise unless paired with Soffish. We have to put in these weird stipulations because otherwise you know, it can tether between any two DPS, and one of you has to go clockwise, and one has to go counterclockwise.
Why does the
Yeah.
caster specifically not want to go counterclockwise?
Just simply because of simplistic movement.
I'm all for this.
But yeah, that's all of Act 2. And then he's gonna end it with a raid wide. Also, we need to mid it hard. It hurts. Yeah, it has to be stretched. So basically what's going to happen is the tethers are going to look blue, and when it gets stretched far enough, it'll turn purple for about a second and a half, and then it'll pop. So you have to keep it stretched for that second and a half and wait for it to pop before actually going back in. Yeah, so you basically the pairings is going to be, for the first soak, 1 tank, and then all the DPS and a healer. And then the second should be 2 tanks, or 2 tanks and a DPS, and then the rest of the DPS on it. In slide 4. We're having 2 tanks soak with that, so we don't have to worry about extra damage. That's why we have that tank rotating counterclockwise, is so that, you know, we don't have to worry about that DPS dying. But shall we practice it? Because we only have 15 minutes left. I spent most of the time explaining Act 2.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
So after that, we'll just go on break, or
Yeah, we'll go to break after this. After the lockout.
I'll send you the video after that I learned off of. For Act 2, maybe.
Okay. Alright. First up is Act 1, though. Alright, East and West are safe. Sawfish missed the tower.
Nope. I got.
You gotta wait
You
for it
didn't,
to go off.
you didn't have a magic golem, so you didn't get the tower.
Okay then. Oh. I was standing underneath it, but I guess maybe I had like half or something.
Yeah, just remember that the towers do pop. So as soon as the AoEs go off, move directly to the tower.
Okay. I'll just adjust my cast then. Because I think that's what the problem was. I was ending like the crit stuff.
Another raid wave coming in. East and West are safe. Looks good.
I keep forgetting. Fuck me.
Far sight. Party goes underneath.
forgetting about that stupid explosion.
Next up is going to be a double tank buster. As after Act 2. And it's the demigod double. And that will just invoke.
Does it hit twice?
No, just once.
What is this?
So east and west are safe first. So the healer that has purple would go west, or would go east, and the tank would go west. So we
And I
had,
went opposite ways, so.
yeah. So the healer and the tank went opposite directions from what they should have done. As well as the fact that we weren't stacked directly under the boss, so the AoEs went weird. So for that pattern, the tank with nothing would have gone to D, and the healer with purple would have gone to B, with everybody else directly in the center.
Yeah, sorry, I was just doing it the way I learned it.
Can I go directly onto my tower, or do I need to go through?
You need to wait for the AoE. So you need to be in the middle with everybody else, and then you can move to the
Oh,
tower.
no, I mean like after the AoE's I can just go stand on
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Like, once the AoEs pop, you can just go straight to the tower. The only thing preventing you is the AoEs.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want to drop an AoE on the tower, because that kind of makes things a
That
little
kills me now. No, I got it. I didn't watch the video yet, so I was like, I didn't know something else like that.
Yeah.
Same.
I believe this next ray weight's going to hit a little bit harder.
Madeline, you're fine.
Yeah, my soil equivalent is up yet. Alright. East and west are safe again. We broke the RNG. Looks good.
Let's go.
Far sight, so the party goes underneath.
Jesus. Okay.
Alright, demigod double. So just involveness, I guess, is he? Yeah. East and west are going to be safe. So the purple here goes to B, tank with nothing goes to D, everybody else stack up middle.
Oh,
So remember, east and west were safe.
yeah.
Was I the only one that came from the party?
Yeah, you were the only one.
Oh, I thought something
Nobody-
was off. I was like, wait, where
So-
the fuck's my party stack,
So,
bruh?
for the record, you also went to B. The healer with the fire tether is supposed to go to D, and the tank with the fire tether is supposed to go to B.
Why?
So,
Oh
because
my god.
the way we have it set up is that the healer will soak with everybody else, and the tank pops it solo. So technically speaking, yeah, nobody else is supposed to be over there. It's supposed to just be the tank.
Oh, wait, which healer, by the way, is grouping up with the tanks and the rest of the DPS for the first part?
What?
Missed out.
What are you talking about, Sal?
Or does it not matter?
No, what are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, it's just like, because I know it was supposed to be east or west, but like, since were we splitting off? No, we weren't splitting off. So I was just, okay, never mind. Forget it, yeah, forget it, same thing. Don't worry, I'm just confusing myself. Alright, never mind.
But, yeah, I can make a toolbox later, but yeah.
we're good.
Okay. So I guess let's continue onwards.
Yeah, let's just get as much out of it.
Yeah, because we only have 8 minutes. You will always have to rotate after the first explosion. Because
I
what
noticed,
safe
like,
becomes
change-
unsafe.
I noticed like
It-
change colors. Is that supposed to happen? Or that's just
Yeah, that's supposed to happen.
so I only rotate. We're going off like for like the orange. That's like after a change.
You mean like the orange like coloration to decide who goes where?
Yeah.
It'll be like as soon as you get the tether assigned, you'll see something above your head. It'll either be orange or green if you're a DPS.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay,
as soon as the tether is assigned, so you'll just need to remember that.
Okay, so we're going off the color before it.
Yeah. Like you'll see it above your head in a second.
No, I saw it like coloration. I just wasn't sure.
Ah.
I didn't have enough
Yeah.
time alive to see the one after.
Yeah, basically the change of color of the tether means that you need to hold that if you want to pop it. That's all.
Oh, I don't think I know.
North, south are safe?
Yeah, we'll deal with that one.
Yeah. Far sake, party gets underneath. Alright, Act 2 coming up. Calvin's gonna get the double tank bust. North and south are safe. So Kels goes north as he goes south. Everybody else stacks up directly underneath the boss. Everybody stacks up
Fuck me up.
Very
Don't
easy.
give a fuck.
I'm still rotating around. Like, the way we're doing it makes no sense to me. I'm just gonna throw you the video that I learned. So you can watch it when you go on break. Because the strat is confusing the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
The way I learned it was like super straightforward. We got it down in like an hour.
I feel like part of it is that we don't actually have a visual resource that is truly accurate to what we're doing.
Well, the video I just linked is like a complete visual guide.
What I'm saying is that I'm pretty sure the strategy that we're doing here would be just as simple to learn if we had a resource like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it wasn't a change.
Yeah, because the 4 slides is only an approximation of what we're doing. It's not actually what we're doing, and that's causing a conflict in understanding, I feel like.
Well, if we want to continue learning it this way, we can, or we can learn it off the video that I linked. It's up to you guys, but the video is pretty straightforward.
We're gonna test both options.
More specifically, it's up to
Oh my. No, no, I got it.
Selfishness the tower.
But no, I had the. One.
You died to the AoE, which so
All right.
yeah, because everybody else died except for you and the tanks. To that pulse, for the record. I'm just looking directly for people who are yeah.
I'll give him one more shot because we still got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna completely forgo it for it during that. Fuck it.
didn't fuck up. Vicious. East-west. Far side, everybody else in.
That's consistent so far.
RNG Burp.
It's been near once.
Once. Yeah, it has
Oh,
been
that was
once.
hard.
Yeah, it has been once.
Nice.
But that's it. Alright. East and west are safe.
Nope.
So, yeah, so basically what happened there was Calvin got hit by the AoE, so the tether popped early and killed everybody. Rip. Unfortunately, we don't really have time for another one. So I guess during the break, I'll work on the toolbox.
I mean, if you want to take a look at the video, I would definitely suggest it.
I did see when you linked that.